Hello and welcome to what is going to be a playoff match with Red Matt and Bob and Fishy representing their teams. The Red Matt's team is the Washington Red Shells, and Bob and Fishy's team is the Philly
Shuckles.
Shuckles.
Yeah.
The Philly Shuckles. This is a semifinal, is it not?
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah.
semifinals of the one of the Hoenn division.
Oh, I'm joined by the very wonderful PC, or whatever name you like to go by. I think I've been calling you PC lately.
Yeah, PC is cool. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for helping me with my draft in PICA Season 3.
You're very welcome. I mean, yeah. Just had to fill in real quick.
Man, working all the time sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a battle. It is a huge chunk of a battle, and we're going to narrate it for you guys.
Yeah. It's a little long. It's on the long end. Yeah, like 50 turns. But it's a good 50 turns. This battle ended up being pretty I mean, I watched through the battle in its entirety. Andy is about to give his first reaction pretty much.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about some of what happened, but I never really watched it, so this is going to be fresh for me.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah.
get right into it.
Let's do it. The Rotom is leading, and then there's Tangrowth.
Yeah.
Freaking Tangrowth.
Yeah, this Tangrowth is gonna have to
This
chew up.
Tangrowth is just so good. He
Yeah,
goes for the poison jab. It's not effective. He goes for sub, scouting and set, I suppose. Reveals the earthquake. And now he's going to use hidden power ice. No, he's going to switch out.
Hey, okay, all right. So before we continue, maybe we should first have a small look at the team matchup versus each other.
Sure.
So, actually, let me go back to this screen because that makes it a little easier. In all honesty, I thought Bob had a pretty good chance against Matt because of the two things that he brought, Blaziken and Jirachi. They kind of they have the entire ability to pound through this team, and then Thunder's in the back in case something dies. And,
if you brought double Scarfers, I think you would have an even greater chance because Greninja is just that big of a threat.
Yeah, it truly is.
I'm not really sure what sets Bob brought, but
yeah,
I had my best victories using double Scarf Pokemon.
Yeah, I could see that work. To be honest, though, neither do I know what Bob brought. I know that he brought a relatively offensive team. Like a good chunk of the sets are offensive. And Matt went the exact opposite way. Like he has 5 walls and a Greninja.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I've heard that he likes running bulky Pokemon, and
yeah.
I know he does.
So it was looking like Matt was going for. I mean, he told me he was going for a war of attrition strategy. So he was going to try to, out damage the opponent, but in the long run. So switch out a lot, just put the hazards up early, and then just tank all the hits, heal up, just outstall. Which is a commendable and very very legitimate strategy.
I mean, yeah. So people need to snipe Red Matt because he just for 2 leagues now he's had the most busted team, and no one cares. They just let him get these Pokemon.
Yeah, I've been warning him. Yeah, honestly, they really do need to keep an eye out for Matt. Honestly though, it's just league drafting. There's always going to be that one dude who's like, "How did you get all these Pokemon? How did this?" Yeah.
And then there's me who drafts all these bottom tiers for Trick Room.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's, I mean, that's cool. If that's what you feel comfortable with, then you should certainly go ahead and use that. But in any case, I want to emphasize that because Matt is Matt is using the strategy that he is using, which is pretty apparent just from looking at the team. I know that Bob has to find a way to get Matt's walls weakened, to the point where Blaziken and Jirachi can just pound through it. Jirachi mostly for the, I guess, the Fairy type and Latios.
Yeah.
Latios and the Fairy type mostly. And then the rest just gets shattered by High Jump Kick.
Maybe he has Scarf Nidoqueen. That'd be good. I'm not sure if it's fast enough to beat Greninja, though. See, like, his two best Pokemon to knock his team out get killed by Greninja. So it's like...
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. Like, the matchup does not look great for him, in my opinion, just because Greninja is there.
I mean, Greninja is a huge nuisance, but I want to emphasize... Bob did think ahead and brought some kind of, a wall core of sorts in the Suicune Rotom Mo situation over here. And then Jirachi can probably tank a hit or two as well. But, I mean, it is Greninja, so Suicune is probably like the one thing that can take anything.
Yeah, I think you can only really play that like once or twice, though. So
Yeah.
I just think he has a disadvantage.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being the case. Yeah, so let's just see how Bob handles this. How he tries to find a way to victory, or from the other way around. What method will Matt deploy to meet his end goal?
I'll give you a hint. Florges and Tangrowth. Because his walls are way better than his, so it's like, I'll just wall you out.
Yeah.
But let's get going.
All right. So we've already seen these turns. We basically know what happens already here. They're just scouting out each other, trying to get the initiative. So not much happens. He goes for the poison jab, I guess, because it hits a relatively good amount of his team, and he could be predicting the Rotom Mo.
Yeah, he probably wants to get rid of Rotom as soon as he can.
Yeah. So Thundew comes out, which makes me think, now this is actually kind of an important moment, makes me think, you go to Thundurus on Tangrowth, you probably want to click the HPIs to get damage on it, but when you look at the damage that he gets right now, with just Volt Switch, he does 30%. I just want to say that's a little sus, just a tiny bit, like maybe that's normal damage for Thundurus, but...
No. Well, Thundurus T has, like, insane special attack. It has the same level of special attack that Landorus T has in attack. So both of them just hit like goddamn trains. But yeah, that does look like choice specs or something.
Yeah.
Because he's probably Assault Vest. Like, let's be honest, every eel is Assault Vest.
Yeah, that's the best item for it, after all. But yeah, I didn't even think about him being specs, because 30%, I'm like, maybe it does actually do that much damage. But later in the match, you'll see this thing does preposterous amounts of damage to Matt, which makes me think Bob definitely made the right decision, bringing this specific variant of Thundurus.
That's cool. So we got Nidoqueen in here. He's going for the Roar. Interesting option. That means he is an Assault Vest. He's leftovers, so...
Yeah, that... And then I guess he's just getting all the chip in that he can get.
Yeah,
he doesn't really need to switch. Yeah. Now this is problematic. I mean, this does reveal what kind of a Nidoqueen this probably is. This is also like one of his only rockers. So rocks on Nidoqueen.
Yeah, he doesn't really have an ice resist, which is interesting. Because he could have just spammed Ice Beam with like all of his Pokemon and probably been good.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is not the only thing that learns Ice Beam.
For sure.
So, we'll see later in the match that Bob has prepared in this way as well. So goes to his default counter to Lottie and starts setting up. So like this already is becoming a threat, but Matt has it all under control. Goes for Roar. And now this would normally not be as much of an issue. Just for the fact, it's a Blaziken, it still has yet to get its speed up. We don't know what item it is.
This is Blaziken, by the way. This does not have speed up ability. And last time Bob used a Blaziken, he's just very good with Blaziken. He's very comfortable using Blaziken. I've just seen him do well with Blaziken, so I expect Blaziken to do a lot in this match. Last time I fought Bob, I underestimated his Blaziken, and I definitely paid for it. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So he doesn't even try to do anything with it there, which is, reasonable because it's going to be needed for the rest of the match, pretty crucially. Goes to Suicune, which is interesting because, like, electric type, water type. But I mean, if it's Crocune, then I can totally understand. It's,
He's trying to be one step ahead from Red Matt, too. Like, you can't play obvious versus Red Matt. He's just gonna, So, like, it might seem like a nonsense play, but he's expecting a double switch or something, I think.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he would have expected, because, there's like a billion options, but...
Maybe Greninja or something.
Yeah,
that's the only logic I can see.
Yeah, okay, alright. But yeah, he realizes that he can't really stay in on this. And Matt, tries to establish the initiative, does a huge amount of damage to the Nidoking, which is great. And now we see that the Ice Beam has been revealed, but he has the
Yachi Berry.
So he chose to hit, but he would have chosen to hit even without it. It's looking like.
Which makes really unfortunate.
Yeah, which makes me think that this is defensive because it didn't do the hugest amount of damage, or this is like really fat, but I don't think they can even be that fat to take it.
He ran a bulky Nidoqueen. It had Stealth Rocks, but yeah, I don't think he's running like Life Orb or anything on his Latias. So yeah, that's normal damage. It's unfortunate he has to take that. That's Yachi Berry coming in doing work right there.
So basically, they're just fucking, yeah.
Wow, he's 2 Roar Pokemon. He must really want Stealth Rock damage on that Thundurus.
I mean, yeah, it's if when he gets the rocks up, then that's his de facto way of getting chip and all the Pokemon, just willing them all the way down. So yeah, not many interesting things are happening yet. They're just feeling each other out, trying to get the right switch-ins. Which
that's never a good sign.
Almost gets the kill on the Nidoqueen, but just barely misses out on it. And
whoever sacks a Pokemon first is always the guy who's losing, and then it just sucks.
That's it.
But yeah, he's got his giant 3D flapping condom Pokemon weakened, so that's good.
Yeah. So this is where I'm like, all right, this is a good minute for Bob. This is like a legendary moment for him to like snatch the first kill, and also for Matt to start worrying because one of his main defensive Pokemon is getting bum rustled right now.
It does make sense because his Eel, he revealed it to be leftover, so that means he's not going to take the Thunderous hits as well. If he does just decide to switch in, like he could probably do some damage.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have a lot of special defensive walls, is what I'm trying to say, unless he has Assault Vest Tangrowth, which could make sense. Well, and he has Florges as well. But.
Exactly. I mean, outside of Florges, I see every Mon in one way or another.
I probably take that back looking at it with Latias and AV Tangrowth and Florges and stuff, but whatever. He calls out the lack of special defense on this giant golem guy and does a ton of damage with Thunderbolt.
But yeah, he knows he can't stay in on this. I mean, this is probably really only needed for the Thunderous, in all honesty.
He does learn Focus Blast, I think. So
yeah.
He might go for it, but...
Yeah, but I mean, come on, look at the damage. We already know. You already know
these specs.
Yeah. So yeah, he has to go to Blaziken of all things. So I guess he maybe predicted the rocks. He didn't really anticipate a rock move, but even if he did go for a not rock move, it would have been neutral. And later in the match, we'll notice that Blaziken actually takes a surprisingly small amount of damage from it. So I can totally rationalize this play. And he's going to Blaziken because he knows that this is his main way to to just break down the team, to just break through his walls. And now, normally you would think Florges is the de facto switch into Blaziken. It should be able to take any hit, especially when they're defensive.
He's probably like some kind of double dance.
Yeah, now this is a very, very unfortunate moment for Matt. Because, you know, that's pretty much all the damage you would need, I think, for this Blaziken to just get rid of another wall.
Man.
And so,
Nice.
and that's just very much the case. But here's the thing,
Wow.
right? There was a small misunderstanding, which when you look at the chat, which I know it's not visible in this recording, but we'll just mention it real quick.
Yeah. He seems to think it's choice band or adamant.
Yeah, but like.
But he switched up moves.
Yeah, as soon as he switched up moves, it's like, so there's something freaky going on here. And now I did the calc for this.
You know what happened? He probably didn't even notice it was a critical hit because critical hits do such small damage in 6th gen.
So
I've done that before, honestly.
Yeah, I could totally understand if he did that, but later Bob asks if that was his misunderstanding, and Matt clarified that no, he actually already knew there was a crit. He still thought there would be choice band. According to his calcs, it had to have been choice band because it didn't reveal life orb or any other. But when I did the calc, I found out it could also be fist blade. So it kind of has to be, given that. Which is a really interesting set, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's cool. I like those items. It's good if you have a Pokemon that doesn't want to take life orb damage.
When you know that this is supposed to get not only one kill, but like a couple kills.
If things go his way, we'll see.
Yeah.
It goes into Big Old Dragon here. We're going to go into Suicune. Goes for Roar again. Yeah, definitely wants...
now, what is very interesting is his Roar... Oh, no, never mind. I just made a small mistake. It was on the switch in that he went for Roar, I guess.
Yeah, it was on the switch and he went for it. He's just spamming Roar because he wants rocks damage on his
Thundurus. which is logical. Yeah. Like, that's what you gotta do.
I mean, I'd do it. And he's going for Trick now. So now he has crippled his Latias, which is great. And now I can go for Volt Switch freely.
Yeah, but
or he just
hard switches. That's also cool. Like, why not?
Oh, I could have Volt Switched into Blaziken.
Now he goes to Thundy, which really should be taking a lot of damage. If had Matt decided to go for knockoff instead of EQ, but you know, other than that, dodge the EQ. So fucking fantastic play after all.
I think he had Blaziken in mind, which is why he went Earthquake.
Yeah, you do want to snatch that damage on that. The HP Ice does a fucking retarded amount of. Like,
I would love to see it do more versus Tangrowth, but that's Tangrowth for you.
Yeah, that's. I'd be a little freaked if it did more, but I mean, this is still. Did you know
that Tangrowth was added to OU tier?
Did that happen recently? It's that good, I guess.
A while ago.
Oh, okay.
But like you could still use it in these draft leagues for like minimal points of. I don't know. They should probably change that.
We should really be looking at that with the next season of actual PICA.
Yeah, I think Tangrowth is not going to be the same in the next season, but that's okay. We'll just get on with it here. We're going for Rock Slide.
All right, so brings the Thundy. Yeah, but brings the Thundy down to the point where it can't really decide to switch out anymore, which, you know, it's chilling. It's getting all the damage that it really needs to get. So it doesn't need to try to make weird plays and switch out for whatever reason.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gets the thing very low to the point where you probably could kill it with any of your other Pokemon. So this is basically Deathfather, in all honesty. And since Bob knows that this is Deathfather, he's just gonna go for it. You know, he's just gonna fucking.
Yeah.
He knows that Matt is.
He needs the speed to kill Greninja. Because Greninja is a very, very good speed tier, and he learns like every goddamn move in the game.
Yeah. See, since we haven't really seen Greninja much in this match at all, which is very smart because Matt knows that it cleans up late game pretty efficiently.
Yeah, that's something I should have thought of when I fought him. But anyway, what is your thought?
The thing is that this Greninja doesn't necessarily have to be the one variation that we believe it to be, you know, 4 attacks, 3 attacks, all special, or maybe even physical. It's actually, I mean, it is offensive, but it's offensive in like a weird.
I already know what's gonna happen. I have a feeling.
All right, all right.
Well, let's just play it and
So,
see if I'm correct.
all right. Normally, I would say the Stone Edge. Unfortunate that it missed, but on this next turn, you'll see that Stone Edge doesn't really.
I don't think it would have killed either way. So
Yeah.
Is he gonna go for that double dance? Or
No.
no.
All right, so I made a mistake. We don't even get to see the damage of Stone Edge on this.
Oh, okay.
It's all right.
That's okay. Yeah.
So he goes to the one thing that he knows can definitely take a hit. Blaziken has been prepared for the knockoff to get the maximum amount of damage, and Blaziken gets sacked. So I'm like a little skeptical about this because I'm like, if you look at the rest of the team, Blaziken probably could have done a thing, and he had a switching of sorts, Jirachi, but I mean,
he could have. If he got to agility a second time, he would have won the game. After if he got to weaken his dragon there.
Yeah.
So that is a slight misplay. I would say.
Yeah. But I mean,
because you could probably agility versus Tangrowth, just fodder someone to Tangrowth and then get an agility.
Yeah.
Unless it had sleep powder or something, but
he'd have to play pretty well though to make sure that when he does exactly what you described, this is already weakened. So this didn't get a chance to.
He would have to play out of his mind. So maybe he just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
But he has faith in Suicune though.
Yeah, and I mean it's not entirely unwarranted. Suicune is a beast after all.
Suicune is a legendary creature, by all accounts.
Yeah. And so here we see that he also has the Ice Beam on this Pokemon, and he just, casually decides to completely immobilize this opposing Pokemon.
Yeah, well, it's glad that he decided to get the freeze on that turn.
Yeah, that's a very efficient play. I never really thought that. I mean, that was the right way.
What is there, a 30% chance? It's like Scald, right? No, I'm kidding.
No. No, it's actually really like when I was mad. When I was mad, I would be like, So, and see, here's the thing, right? Matt. So like, if I was mad, I would be like, all right, this is like a done deal now. I don't know how to handle this anymore. But Matt
still. Yeah, Matt never gives up, and he knows that if he weakens Suicune, then he can just win with Greninja, so, you might as well go for it.
Yeah. So yeah, Matt is gonna try to play around this unfortunate event. He can do that pretty easily, because, Greninja walls the Suicune in most scenarios. Now here we see the Toxic come from Greninja, which makes me think, oh, this has to be Utility Greninja. There's no way this is standard offensive.
You could just throw a Toxic on there. It could be both. You never really know until the other move is used.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt goes to, his dedicated wall for this. Rotom goes for the Leaf Storm. I'm surprised he didn't try to Volt Switch, because he definitely could have, but...
yeah, he could have Volt Switched last time, too.
Then he misses a Willow, which is a little unfortunate, but I don't know how much it would have impacted the game. And
I don't think it really mattered that much. He's got Regenerator. He's just going to cheese and switch out all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
That's just some salt, really.
Yeah,
right there.
It's looking a little bleak for Bob, since, just going by the numbers, going by what he has remaining, he has to find a way to somehow break through this team. And honestly, if I were to look at these matchups from this point, I would be like, Suicune has to set up a CM, and
yeah, see, Tangrowth is such a terrifying Pokemon, because you always think it has Sleep Powder. Like, there's a chance that it will always have it, but if he's Crocoon, then he won't mind Sleep Powder. He'll just use Sleep Talk.
Yeah.
But Tangrowth is just a monster.
So he gets the necessary damage to be able to kill him on the next turn.
Nice. Let's go for it. Takes an Ice Beam with someone else.
And here's the thing, right? The godlike play. The truly ascended strategy.
Why did he go Ice Beam? Yeah, he thought him with Scald. Wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty amazing, in all honesty. Matt gets this for pretty much free back. And now things get interesting. Things get pretty, nasty for Bob now, because he has to find a way to mitigate. And he does. He just casually he's like, all right, Maybe I can do that
Yeah.
again, and he just gets
This is what I heard about the match. I didn't watch it, but I heard that 2 freezes happened, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So yeah, but I mean, it also does
good.
another thing. It makes it so the Suicune can't ever go for Scald because it doesn't want to unfreeze the opposing Pokemon. Which Suicune,
I'm really surprised it hasn't whipped out Calm Mind yet. It might not even have it.
I think it already revealed it, but I mean, I might also.
I wasn't paying attention then.
It's alright. No, it's fine. I mean, I could also be wrong. Like my memory is not the greatest.
Nor is mine.
So yeah,
let's see how this plays out.
All right. So yeah, this has to die eventually, and
I don't know why I didn't use Ice Beam again, honestly, in total honesty, but that was a good prediction, I suppose.
Alright.
Yeah, see, there's the crit. There's the crit doing 0 damage.
And there's the Power Whip
right?
doing like not even enough to 2-hit KO, which is like really unfortunate.
This is a complaint I have about this generation is that stall is too powerful because you can crit them and they'll survive. like yeah.
Yeah, it's
Tangrowth is a god in this generation because crits are garbage. Like that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, I mean if this was Gen 5 OU, then this would be.
He'd be dead if it was Gen 5, but
yeah,
different games.
So yeah, he let Suicune get really low, which is like if he had rest plus CM, I would not have let it get this low. Besides that, I don't think we've seen this Suicune go for any moves other than Scald and Ice Beam. Maybe Roar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you could have rest. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So if he did, he probably should have gone for it at one point. Preferably on the, but yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Because this thing is still frozen, and who knows when it will unfreeze.
Yeah, it's a little random. It's not like Generation 1 where you're just
right. And
totally
at this point,
screwed.
I'm like, so he definitely doesn't have rest, right? Because like, in what scenario would you not rest at this?
Well, he's very pressured to go Ice Beam right here, so I can understand clicking Ice Beam 2 or 3 times in this situation.
Yeah, but I mean, as soon as he loses Suicune, doesn't that mean?
Yeah. Yes, it does. so
it is definitely
optimal.
It's like I don't want to say what the right play is, but it's definitely a difficult scenario for Bob to.
Yeah, if I had rest, I would have gone for it instead of the second Ice Beam, but I can see going Ice Beam once.
Yeah.
Just because he's frozen. So he's frozen. Are we going for the rest? No, we're gonna Ice Beam.
Yeah. So it's pretty obvious what Bob is trying to accomplish at this point, and it will just not happen. Eventually, Mans has to unfreeze, and Mans does. So there it is.
Do you know that he had rest on the set?
I still don't. I tried to find out all the sets behind this team, and I still don't know to this day. But I have some assumptions.
So what a surprise! The team with Greninja won. I'm really shocked. Sorry. Sorry. Sarcasm and facetiousness.
Yeah, no, Greninja
oozes out of me. Yeah. Greninja's going to KO a Dark Pulse, I believe, unless I am incorrect.
Yeah.
Oh, it does not. He's got a Culber Berry.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, so
excuse me.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, so
he still loses to Tangrowth, but good job, I guess. So
I mean, Culber, the knockoff is weakened, but I mean, he does have EQ, so the game is over.
Yeah. There's Tangrowth.
Yeah, and that was the match.
Yep.
So I hope you enjoyed watching. Feel free to leave a like or comment. And do you want to say anything else, Andy?
I don't really have much to say. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yes, I guess we could plug their channels.
Yeah, we'll put.
They both have channels, YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm. You could you will be able to find them in the description.
Yes.
And that was that. So goodbye.
Yeah. Good game and goodbye.
Yeah.